A for telling my wife I can't always stop work to do things for her? I've worked from home since 2020, when the COVID lockdowns closed my office, and my employer subsequently realized we could easily do our jobs from home without needing an office at all. It works out very well because it allows me to take my kids to school in the morning, come home and start work and then pick them up on my lunch break. My wife works at an office, but her workday starts about an hour after mine. A typical day looks like this. I get up at 6:30 a.m. and get the kids ready for school. I take them to school at 7:30 a.m. I get home around 8 o'clock, make some coffee, and then start my workday at 8:30 a.m. During this time my wife is still asleep. We typically go to bed around the same time every night. Most of the time, I also use that time between 8 and 8:30 to prepare lunch for my wife. Sometimes either she or I has packed something the night before, but if it's something like a sandwich, then I'll make it fresh right before she leaves. However, I can't always do this. Today I dropped my kids off at school when one of them noticed they forgot their lunch bag. We live fairly close so I could go home, grab the lunch bag and bring it to the school for her. This, however, had me getting home at almost exactly 8:30. I had made my wife well aware that this week is going to be hectic and I will be swamped with work all week, so this shouldn't have come as a surprise. But my wife, as she typically does, didn't get out of bed until just a few minutes before she had to leave, giving her just enough time to get dressed, do her hair, put on makeup and head out the door. She has a history of having problems with punctuality and has for as long as I've known her. She asked me to put her lunch together because she didn't have time, but I reminded her that I was swamped and literally couldn't spare a minute, much less the several minutes it would take to go do that. My job is very deadline-based, so there are times I need to be working on a certain task by a certain time, and it needs to be done. If I don't do my job, many other people can't do theirs and it would hold up our whole process. I hold a senior position with 10 years at my company, so it's unlikely I'd be fired if I missed a single deadline, but it's not something I want to do if I can help it. I can be frustrating when she acts like I can always just drop what I'm doing. As she left, she said, "I don't know why you care so much about this company you work for, you should care more about your family," and then walked out the door. I feel like that's unfair because I believe I have an excellent track record when it comes to caring about my family. I've often thought about asking her to be the one to get up and take the kids while I sleep sometimes, but I never do because in the end I am glad she's able to get extra sleep before she heads to a job where she's on her feet all day. Yet somehow she thinks AITA is making work a priority in this rare situation. Is she right?